a dream. Things weren't what they seem, but we gon' have freedom ring, no doubt. My fight's in my DNA, yeah, my soul, without losing my soul. So hold your babies and hold your flowers, and 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 hold your.
I'm Jordan Hamilton. I live in Kalamazoo, Michigan, born and raised in Maryland. I've been playing cello like the past 20 years of my life. And while in Kalamazoo, I played with this band called Last Gasp Collective. And I travel around, or I did before COVID, travel around and play a solo set under Jordan Hamilton, where I just loop cello, play some songs that I wrote, rap, sing, do some covers. That's basically it. And then I teach a lot in the area, and try and share the gift of the music making process with my students. The older people in my life tell me that when I heard the cello for the first time in the classroom, I like jumped up in the classroom and running back and forth like, I'm gonna play cello, I'm gonna play cello. It's an acoustic instrument. Like when I'm playing it, I can feel the vibrations on my chest. It's like one of my favorite things about cello. I love that I can bow it or pluck it, sound like a voice or sound like a guitar or sound like a bass. I love that I can play with other people and it sounds like the sound of 10 cellos together, it sounds like one instrument. I don't think all instruments have that. Like the sound of 10, electric basses together, it doesn't really sound like one instrument, but we know a cello section. I love that I can still kind of explore different things on the cello and it doesn't feel old. Bill Withers, is a big influence of mine because I love his song simplicity but so deep at the same time, and no one else makes that sound that he has. Same with Stevie Wonder or Leanne LaHavis. We were just talking about MF Doom. I mean, they all have this sound that is completely unique to them. It's not necessarily trying to alienate people or trying to ask people to like it, but it's just them, and it kind of resonates with whoever it resonates with. My favorite place that I've been to play the cello would hands down be Germany and France. Everybody was so receptive. It was like mad people there. I'm expecting to play for like 15 people in France. For like, I had 4 shows booked and I had 1 show in Germany potentially. And the first show, I'm thinking it was 15 people. Hour before, hundreds of people are lined up out the door. And it was crazy. And then, everybody's packed up in this little tiny wine cellar. And then I did another show and had a bunch of people. And it was just a crazy experience because, we was out hanging. Went to a couple parties and it was just fun. It was amazing. Seeing people like dance in the street. I feel like you don't really see that stuff in the US besides in like the hood. That's the closest thing that you can get to people just wanting to enjoy themselves and not only thinking about work. I like that. I like people enjoying themselves. It's not like a social norm here. It's only, again, I only find it in the hood. In France, they were doing that just to do it. And then when I went to Germany, I met my favorite cellist, and I sort of worked with him for a week, and then I performed for a bunch of people, like 900 people in one spot. It's pretty wild. And they're all like expecting some like classical cello, and then I go out and I do my own thing. And in Germany, like especially with classical audiences, everyone's very like strict and they don't move, and they only clap at the end of the song. And I got them like singing, because a lot of them know English too. I got them singing parts of my song while I was playing, and I had them snapping, which I just found to be so funny because you can't get them to do anything. But I thought that was hilarious. Miss Thomas was, the first lady that introduced me to the string instruments and the cello. And she was my elementary orchestra teacher, my middle school orchestra teacher. Well, she taught a lot of people how to play strings and got them really genuinely excited about it. I feel like I owe her so much. Also, so many of my other teachers. And she passed away like when we were in 7th grade or something like that, 6th grade or 7th grade, and I think all of us kind of really took that to heart. She passed that, I guess, appreciation for music down to us. I think a lot of classical teachers end up getting you in the room and just seeing you as, you know, hands, fingers, arms, and only talking about the music, which, you know, there's value in it somewhat. But my teachers were cool. You know, they would always sit me down and ask me about, like, what I want to do with my life, or like, why do I like music, or, you know, what do you think about this phrase? They didn't never told me like how to perform like a robot, I think, and I really much appreciate that. I saw very much early on like the value of sharing things with the youth, and the doors that it can open or close, the way that you share it with them. So I've always felt like I needed to teach and pass their information down to other people. So if you want to check out my sounds, my music, my vibe, you can go to YouTube, Jordan Hamilton Music, or you can go to jordanhamiltonmusic.com. If you want to check out the band that I play with, the Last Gasp Collective, you just go to Instagram or YouTube, Last Gasp Collective, at Last Gasp Collective. And then you can go to the website too, lastgaspcollective.com. And you can check out all the artists on there that are also making their own dope music. Jay Jackson, Jessica Ivy, Tyler Robinson, Xavier Bonner. Who else? There's some other people on there like that aren't necessarily in a band right now. Nezzy J, Courtney Moore, Sheridan Harris. And then, you know, there's people that don't have individual projects, but you'll find them on there, like Grayson Nye or Terrence Smith, that make their own songs and beats, and or just great musicians. So those are the two main shout outs, Jordan Hamilton Music and Last Gasp Collective. Follow those or check them out, catch a vibe, let us know what you think, and then, yeah, that's really it.